Welcome to Strategic Management course. In this video, we will look at integration of functional plans and policies. What do we mean by integration of functional plans and policies? It means we have in an organization different functional plans such as financial plans and policies, marketing plans and policies, operational plans, personal plans or HR plans, then information plans, etc. So all these policies have to be integrated and they have to work as a single unit. That is what we mean by integration of functional plans and policies. So while we are integrating these functional plans, there are certain aspects or what we call it as considerations. We have to consider certain aspects in order to make sure that all these plans are working in unison. So those are the considerations which will be discussed in this video. So in this slide, we look at what are those considerations. The considerations are: one, need for internal consistency. What do you mean by this? Internal consistency, in a sense, it means that the policies formulated by the functional areas must be inconsistent for the effective implementation of the overall strategy as well as all the other strategies. So internally, inside an organization, all these functional plans, they have to be consistent, because frequent changes or inconsistency in the functional strategies will result in poor implementation of the strategy itself. Second one is the relevance to development of organizational capability. All these functional plans that have been designed have to be relevant, that is keeping in mind the organizational capacity, what the organization can do, what are the resources available to it. So these functional plans have to be relevant to the development of the organization. Number three, making trade-offs decisions. Sometimes one may have to decide to give up certain or sacrifice certain things. For example, if we decide, the marketing plan decides that the product should be made available to all the customers within, let us say, 1 kilometer of distance. But let us say the accounts department or the finance department is not able to spend that much of money in order to accommodate large number of distributors. Then there may have to be some amount of sacrifice made by the marketing department. Instead of 1 kilometer, it might be 1.5 kilometers or 2 kilometers convenience that has to be maintained. So these kind of decisions are known as making trade-off decisions. So the trade-off decisions has to be made between these functional plans. Then determination of intensity of linkages. How strongly, let us say, a production plan is linked to finance plan. How strongly production plan is linked to marketing plan. How strongly the marketing plan is linked to HR plan. Like, for example, again, marketing needs lots of salespeople, but HR is not ready to invest in people right now for some reason. Then the linkage will be very high and strong. So that we need to determine on the determination of the intensity of linkages, and timing and implementation of the function plans and policies also have to be considered. Again, taking the example of a marketing, suppose the marketing wants to offer certain benefits to the consumers, but that may not be the right time as per the accounts department or in the finance department might be thinking of investing some amount of money in buying some other raw materials or some huge machineries or making some investment in capital expenditure. That may not be the right time for the marketing to offer some incentives to the consumers, particularly monetary kind of an incentives. So these timings of implementations have to be kept in mind. So that is what we call it as consideration of the functional plans have to be considered inside an organization. So that's all about our integration of functional plans and policies. Thank you for listening.